Myoho Renge Kyo. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Hi. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're in good health. As I am my typically disorganized self, I left I just got the prints from the publisher of the 2 volumes. I had to make 2 volumes, unfortunately, for the Mahaparinirvana Sutra, just because there's too many pages. My publisher won't publish a book that's over 800 pages. 800 is a lot. So I've separated it into 2 volumes of a little over 400 pages each. Close, but I wanted to be thorough. And it may even get longer because, as you know, as I go through this proof copy of the book, I will undoubtedly be making some additions and changes and so on and so forth. And we will do that together because I will be reading it and discussing it with you starting in the next video. I hoped I would do that today, but I left the book at the house, so duh. So, but there's plenty more to get done in Buddhism Reference. So I'll do another turn. Can you see all of Melly Mel's little post-it notes throughout this one? Yeah, there's a lot of updates to do on this. So as soon as I get done with this, then I'll go ahead and do that. But we're almost, look, that's all that's left of it. So let's go ahead and get this done. Next video will be the forward of Volume 1 of the Mahaparinirvana Sutra. I'm looking forward to getting into that with you. Enough on that. Triple World. How many times have you read that in our... Yeah, that's the next term. So, Triple World is what we're going to talk about today. Which is... I got to keep track, otherwise I won't know where I am. Which is... too often the case. Don't want to tempt the Alzheimer gods, but to understand the triple world is to begin with the concept of samsara. 1. Samsara is commonly translated as cyclic existence, a cycle of existence. Why would it be called that? Lots of reasons, but let's see what I've got here. The cycle of existence, etc., it can be defined as the continual, repetitive cycle of birth and death that arises from ordinary beings' grasping and fixating on a self and experiences. You see the cycle of birth and death in this volume. Now, that's important to understand that for millennia, that had the auspices, the charisma, the characteristics of ancient thinking, magical thinking, of the pre-Buddhist ideologies and thinkings of the cultures of ancient India. The cultures, traditions of Vedic, Brahmanic, Hindu religions, which all have some version, some component of reincarnation. There is no reincarnation in Buddhism. That's a stigma, there's the word I was looking for, that has just hung on throughout Buddhism's history. And in a way, every time I think about this, I kind of feel for Siddhartha, that his enlightenment was so revolutionary in his day that he had to contend with people who just could not let go of the idea of their return. Talk about attachment. Really, think about that. The attachment to, even all the way up to Arhat, the idea that this is your last body, or one more and you're done. It's such an entrenched attachment to the physical world. It is that final straw of samsara, right? It's a tough one. And as you've heard me say before, it is that very drive to exist that begets our birth as humans to begin with. So it's intrinsic in our physical reality to have this attachment. Not an easy one to shake loose of, yeah? So remember that the cycle of birth and death is something that happens moment to moment, in every moment. And we've read that, and we will read that in the Mahaparinirvana, but we've read that before in other sutra. I believe in the Lotus as well. This moment to moment. Shakyamuni talks about it, right? So it's not a new invention. Nichiren didn't invent it, but he certainly points it out. All right. Specifically, samsara refers to the process of cycling through one rebirth after another within the 6 realms of existence: hell, hunger, animality, anger, nin, or what's it also called? Tranquility, and rapture, or heavenly beings, where each realm can be understood as either a physical realm or a psychological state characterized by a particular type of dukkha, suffering, stress, anxiety, yes? See moment to moment in this volume, and samsara arises out of avidya, or ignorance, and is characterized by dukkha, suffering, anxiety, dissatisfaction. In the Buddhist view, liberation from samsara is possible by following the Buddhist path of recognizing impermanence and non-self reality, or sunyata, or emptiness. Or we talk about this over and over and over again, right? Letting go of the physical as a real, permanent, owned, possessed thing. There's no possession. We're all momentum, right? And everything is momentum, and we're all momentum at the same moment, in every moment, moment after moment. Joining that, engaging with that process, the engine of life, we liberate ourselves from the idea that we have to hang on or look forward to, right, clinging and craving, and just be in the process. This is life. It's an important mental shift, but it's a difficult one to define and to experience, right? That's Buddhahood. That's Buddha, right? In Buddhism, beings can be classified as enlightened beings or unenlightened, mundane, ordinary beings. The triple world is where mundane beings reside. Beings with different degrees of delusion, affliction, and attachments reside in one of the 3 spheres of the triple world, which reflect their physical attributes and state of mind. So here we go. The realm of desire, or kamadhatu. This is the lowest sphere of the triple world, where beings with a physical form dwell. So this is our primary, our fundamental world, the realm that we find ourselves in, is the world of desire, right? As I said, we're born of, quote unquote, this will to be. We are big volitional machines. And in order to have volition, there has to be a target. So there's that desire mechanism, yes? Beings belong to this realm for one reason. They have various desires and cravings for sights, sounds, smells, taste, touch, wealth, sex, fame, food, and sleep, right? Those are the skandhas that we're constantly running into, right? Those initial 5 consciousnesses that we are constantly trying to appease, to please, right? The next is the realm of form. Interesting, the numbering on that. I have to fix the numbering. All right, Mel. Here you are again, my dear. And it's the... Where's my pencil? Where's my pencil? Shoot. Okay, I'll know. The realm of form, or Rapadatu, the sphere above the realm of desires, inhabited by beings who have subdued their desires and achieved one of the 4 deep meditative states called the first, second, third, and fourth dhyana stages. The joy they experience from deep samadhi far surpasses any sensory pleasure. There's the skandhas. They still have a physical form, which is genderless. It's not that your genitals suddenly change or drop off or seal shut like a Ken doll. Or I should say, was it Skipper or Barbie, right? Stop it. It's simply that your identification, once you liberate yourself at a certain level from possessions and being identification, then the idea of whether you're male or female that's just an incident thing along the process of the engine of life. It's not something that you identify with. Odd in a time, right? Sorry, I might get a little political here. I'm not trying to offend anyone. But we live in an age where we have so many letters and rights and the LGBTQ. You might as well put the alphabet in there because human beings are so intensely preoccupied, craving and clinging to identification. It's in the language we use. I identify as a... Well, I got news for you. And this isn't about judgment on any of those people, we people. The identification is the problem. Just be. The realm of formlessness, Arupadhatu. This is the highest sphere, or the most developed sphere, if you will, mentally. Remember, Buddhism's about the mind. It is the highest sphere of the triple world, dwelled by beings with no physical form. In other words, the mind. Where beings who have surpassed the 4 dhyana stages and achieved one of the 4 samadhi stages in the formless realm, the stage of infinite space, the stage of infinite consciousness, Buddhahood. We call it Buddhahood, but it's just Buddha. And the stage of nothingness or emptiness, and the stage of neither thought nor non-thought. Just pure experience. Yes? But understand, this is why I keep pointing out Buddhism is about the mind, because when they refer to this as the realm of formlessness, you'd think, well, what are we just... We're not even a cloud of energy. We're formless. So what are we? We're consciousness. We're the 9th consciousness. We're Buddha. It's good, actually, that we went over this today, because this is going to come in handy when we tackle the Mahayana Mahaparinirvana Sutra. Because a tremendous amount of that sutra deals with the distinction between Buddha, which is a sentient mind experience, and Tathagata, which is the potential for that experience. Potential is without borders. It's infinite. It's unfathomable, right? What? Infinite space. The instantiation of that potential, that's you, me, our sentient minds. That's Buddha. You could say, well, they're kind of the same, but they're not. Because potential has no characteristics. No path is necessary, because it just is. But Buddha, which is something you must achieve for yourself, has to go through the path of your psyche, your epistemology, your predilections, it has to go through all of your samsaric foibles in order to finally clear them out of the way. And then further, experience of Tathagata is different than Tathagata. Going fishing is different than the fish in the water and being caught, and fishing in general. Your fishing is your experience of fishing, while fishing is a very large category of potential, yes? You can go fishing. Are you fishing now? Fishing as a category continuously exists, but are you fishing? Right? Tathagata constantly exists, inherent in all phenomena. But are you experiencing Tathagata? That experience is Buddha. Makes perfect sense to me. Of course it does. All right. Next is the 12 divisions of the teachings, another concept that we really don't need to go over as Lotus Sutra Buddhists in this modern era, but a concept we will be constantly tripping over as we read and study other sutra and so on and so forth. So might as well have a quick reference so that you know what it is and you can go, okay, boom, put that over there. Yeah? Thank you for listening. Thank you most of all for your practice and your patience. I know I've been less than, I was going to say irregular, but less than regularly scheduled in the last couple of months. There's reasons for that I don't need to go into. One of them primarily is my obsession with going through this book and trying to figure out how it's been polluted, what the actual meaning is. I've had to refer to several different translations and resources, and I think I've gotten a really good handle on it with the perspective of, my over 40 years at doing this. But the Nirvana, I think a lot of people stay away from it because it can be a very confusing one. But if you put it in the right context, it makes sense why it is the way it is. We'll go over all of that, hopefully starting with the next video. In the meantime, it's winter where I am, and there's cold northerly winds. Boy, the mouth isn't working too good today. It doesn't seem to keep me from talking, though, does it? Come on, shirt. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. If you're looking for different ways of support, there's links in the description. Everything from just liking this video to subscribing, which are both very important for the algorithms, help get this information out to more people. So thank you for that. I will be going through this entire book as a print book primarily, and then once I'm sure that I've gotten it at least free of typos and misunderstandings to the greatest of my ability, then I'll release it as an ebook, because a lot of you prefer ebooks. And so that's not there yet. We're not there yet, but we're really close. So I'll get that out there. That's also a means of support. And the patrons, you guys on Patreon, oh my. And some of you directly to PayPal. You guys are amazing. And I will definitely, because of your continued support, make those ebooks. I will email the copy, a PDF copy of those ebooks as soon as they're ready, free of charge to patrons. This is the least I can do for your constant support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care of your health. I'll see you in the next one. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Bye for now.